Lights are out, green flags in the air, 20 laps the distance for your Dwarf cars. And Corey Brown, your Trophy Dash winner, is your race leader as he leads the field off of turn number 2. Then you got the 19 machine having a little bit of issues down off of turn number 2 of Scott Shore. Starts the race in the 4th spot, falling all the way back to the tail end of the field as Corey Brown does lead lap number 1. John Levitt in second, followed by Chris Vernon. Tyler Rodriguez, who is very fast in his heat race, and one going to spin around and off of turn number 2. In the 4th spot, everybody able to avoid him. He gets it refired, but we will have the first yellow flag of tonight's Dwarf Car main event in the air. 1 lap down, 19 to go. And Corey Brown shows the way off of turn number 2 as Levitt and Vernon go side by side. Give the spot to the 55 of John Levitt. The 91 of Chris Vernon. Going to drop the nose down low to the inside, trying to find some moisture up off the bottom side of the racetrack through turns 3 and 4. Will not be able to do anything with the 55 of John Levitt as Dusty Yeager pulled up side by side with Vernon for a brief moment. Now Vernon once again with the attack on the 55 of Levitt. Vernon in the 91. The 55 is Levitt as Levitt washes up the racetrack big time. He's going to lose at least 1 spot, maybe more. Yes, he will lose another one to Dusty Yeager. So from 2nd back to 4th, and now John Foster starting to put the pressure on the 55 and Levitt as well. And Corey Brown's got to be loving every bit of this. Your Trophy Dash winner from earlier on won a heat race as well. He has been fast all night long, trying to sweep the evening here tonight for the Dwarf cars as he will lead the field off of 4 at the stripe. He has about a 10-car length advantage over Dusty Yeager, the 91 of Vernon, John Foster, John Levitt up to the top side of the racetrack, trying to make something happen up there with Dustin Washburn in the 6th spot. Tyler Rodriguez, he's raced his way back up to 7th, right behind the 98 of Dustin Washburn as we pick him up off of turn number 4. Rodriguez, that white number 44, as the yellow flag will fly off of turn number 2. Got 1 car spun around and stopped up on the berm. Believe that is going to be the 5R. So it's Corey Brown out front, Dusty Yeager in the 2nd spot. John Levitt came up to the outside of Chris Vernon there for a brief moment, but it is Vernon in 3rd, followed by John Foster and Levitt, rounding out your top 5. Tyler Rodriguez in the 7th spot to the outside of Dustin Washburn. Green flags in the air. We're underway once again here with 16 laps to go. And Corey Brown hangs on to the race lead as Dusty Yeager takes over that 2nd spot, moving Vernon back to 3rd. John Levitt all over the back bumper of that number 91 machine of Vernon as they race off of 4. It's going to be Brown, Yeager, and Vernon as Foster slams the door hard on the 55 machine to John Levitt. Tyler Rodriguez going to try to follow suit. They go 3 wide. For the 3rd spot, give it to Vernon. He's going to hang on to it, but Tyler Rodriguez will move into that 4th spot right ahead of John Foster. Here comes John Levitt to the outside of the 44 machine of Tyler Rodriguez. Trying to mount a charge, get back into that 4th position, and move Rodriguez back to 5th. Again, Rodriguez involved in the spin on lap number 1. He is running in the 2nd spot, or the 4th spot that was, and here he is right now back up to 4th, trying to get past the 91 machine of Vernon for 3rd. Rodriguez, though, has nothing for Chris Vernon as John Levitt tried to mount a charge on the outside of the 44 machine once again off of turn number 2 as they race into turn number 3. John Levitt, the only driver up on the top side. Gonna live and die by the high side here tonight is the driver number 55 machine, John Levitt out of Gilbert, Arizona. As Rodriguez pulled right up to the back bumper of Vernon. He's gonna spin around again. So Tyler Rodriguez with another spin. Looks like the 19 of Shore spins around as well. 8 laps are down. It will be 12 to go. John Levitt has been warned not to push on the restart. See him getting right up once again to the back bumper to the 71 of Dusty Yeager as the green flag flies. And everybody trying to find the bottom of the racetrack except for John Foster. He's going to go around the outside of John Levitt, move up to that 4th spot. So racing to turn number 3. Corey Brown with about a 2-car length advantage over Dusty Yeager as they come off of turn number 4. Chris Vernon in that 3rd spot. Levitt back up to 4th over John Foster as Dustin Washburn trying to flex his muscle here. That 98 machine pulls up down the inside of Jim Hawk in the 60 as Foster goes right back to 4th over Levitt. So Levitt and Foster keep exchanging the 4th position. Levitt going to try to get him on the high side as they come off a turn at number 4. Foster, though, will hang on to it. So it's Corey Brown out front, still by just 2 car lengths. Then there's a little bit of space between Dusty Yeager in 2nd and 3rd place, running 91 of Chris Vernon by about 5 car lengths, with John Foster right on the back bumper of that 91 machine of Vernon. And John Foster's strong run into turn number 1 had hit the binders there just a smidge to avoid making contact with the 91. Almost drove right through him going into turn number 1. As they go into turn number 3, Vernon has about a 2-car lead and gap over that 12 machine for 3rd. So Corey Brown was able to pull away earlier during tonight's main event, but so far Dustin Yeager able to stay right there with him as they race down the back straightaway. Still about 2.5 car lengths is the advantage. Now it's going to go down to 1 into turn number 3. Yeager very strong through turns 3 and 4. The drive off, though, goes to Corey Brown. But here comes Yeager down to the inside of the 29 machine of Brown. Brown, though, going to hang on to as Yeager washes up the track just a bit. Couldn't keep it locked down there in their turn number 1. It's about 3 car lengths the advantage. As last time by, Dusty Yeager was the fastest car on the racetrack over John Foster. Corey Brown was 3rd quick. As Corey Brown quicker that time by Yeager, having some issues through turns 1 and 2. We'll see if he can make up some of that ground going into 3 and 4. As another car spins, red flag though, Dustin Washburn goes upside down. John Levitt involved as well. So red flag will fly off a turn at number 2. All right, lights are out. Getting ready to go green flag racing once again here with 6 laps to go. We're back underway. So can't finish this thing off here. Nice Dwarf car main event. And Yeager's going to lose a spot off the restart to Chris Vernon as Vernon has his sights set on the race leader as John Foster went off the racetrack by just a little bit, got up on the berm. That's going to move the rookie driver up to the 5th spot of Steve Sparling. He's now battling for 4th, trying to get to the inside of the 15 machine of Scott Tupper. Top 3 drivers, they've broken away from this battle for 4th on back. It's Corey Brown now starting to pull away from the 91 machine of Chris Vernon by about 3 car lengths. As 1 car went off the racetrack trying to get back on. That's the 17 of Brian Foster. So he gets back on track. We stay clean and green as Corey Brown drives away from Chris Vernon down the back straightaway. They've left Dusty Yeager in that 3rd position as both those drivers have pulled away from him. Chris Vernon now trying to regroup here with 3 laps to go. See if he can reel in the 29 machine of Corey Brown. Maybe work his way by him. As Dusty Yeager once again gets back up to the backside of that 91 machine of Chris Vernon, not letting these top 2 get out of their sights as the laps wind down. It will be just 2 laps to go as they come off of turn number 4 and cross the stripe. It's Brown over Vernon with Yeager in 3rd. That last time by, your 3rd place driver, Dusty Yeager, was the fastest with Chris Vernon 2nd quick, Corey Brown the 3rd quick. And here comes Vernon trying to make his move off of turn number 4. White flag in the air this time for Brown. Corey Brown, a heat race winner earlier on, won the trophy dash, trying to sweep the night here for the Dwarf cars. But Chris Vernon with a strong run down the back straightaway off of turn number 2. Going to look to the outside of the 29 machine of Brown. One final time off of turn number 4. They're going to be side by side. Give it to Chris Vernon. And he'll climb out of the race car. Fans, your main event winner here tonight, Steve Capone over here. Congratulating him as well. What a run that was. It's Corey Brown leading every lap except for the money lap here tonight. Chris Vernon, your main event winner. Man, talk about that run you had. Of course, on the restart, you're able to get by Dusty Yeager. Looked like Brown was able to pull away from you there just a little bit, but 2 laps to go, man. You regrouped and you just sent it on the high side, and everybody's running around the bottom.
Yeah, man, that was a run. I don't know what to say. This is only my 2nd win. This is I just let it go. Just go. Sent it.
Hey, sometimes that's all you got to do is just send it. Great run for you here tonight. Great win. 2nd ever career win, ladies and gentlemen. Now you got some sponsors you want to thank for making it all happen out here in Santan Ford Victory Lane.
Thank you, everybody.